Welcome to Chapter 1 of Introduction to Investments. Today we will start off with basic economics. Price is the monetary value you assign to an item or a service. Value is your decision to accept that item or service for that set price. Value and price rise and fall dependent on supply and demand. Income. This is money that you receive. It can be such things as working, investments, or even alimony. Savings and investment. This is money that you put in for a future time, such as retirement or emergencies. Now, if you took Buddy Finances for Men, you'd understand that I treat investments as an expense, something that must be paid. Interest rates are sometimes called points. This is money that you pay to a lender so you can use their money to buy a product or a service now. Indicators. These are not the blinkers on your car, but measures that say how well the economy is doing. First one we can talk about today is gross domestic product. There are four major components to the GDP. These are consumption, investment, government purchases, and net exports. This tells us how well our economy is performing. If it is less than the previous year, then we are in a contraction. Next is the Consumer Price Index. This determines inflation rate based on a basket of goods that an average consumer buys. Consumer Confidence. This is compiled by the Bureau of Labor Statistics and tracks price changes in the retail market. Job growth is based on the average work week and length of unemployment and new jobs created. Unemployment Index. This is dependent on the number of people without a job. This is the hardest to calculate because some people give up or they count part-time employment as full-time. Next, we're going to talk about sectors. I've only listed what I consider to be the most basic 7. There are definitely more than that. Agriculture, transportation, tourism, technology, medical, finance, and industry. Agricultural stocks. These are food and tools necessary to be successful in farming. Such stocks as Caterpillar, Monsanto, Archer Daniels, and Midland. Transportation stocks such as UPS and FedEx or Hawaiian Airlines, things that deal with moving people or products. Tourism. These are stocks such as hotel, resorts, casinos, and amusement parks. Holiday Inn, Lowe's, and Disney's are good examples of this. This one is probably obvious to everyone, but I don't want to assume. Technology stocks deal with semiconductors, manufacturers, and things such as Google, Apple, and Facebook. Medical. These can be things like managed care hospitals and pharmaceuticals. Some examples are Humana, Doctors, and Abbott Lab. Finance. This is banking and credit cards. America loves debt. So pay close attention to credit cards, i.e. Visa and MasterCard. Industry or manufacturing. This is what America's success is built on. Automobiles and other manufacturing companies. These could include retail. Yes, we talked about indicators before. That was about the economy. The indicators here we're talking about refer to the stock market. Here is a short list of the most basic indicators: the S&P 500, the Russell 2000 Index, and the Value Line Index. Okay, the Standard & Poor's 500 shorthand is S&P 500. This is the benchmark professional investors use to gauge if they're doing well. It consists of 400 industrial stocks, 20 transportation stocks, 40 utility stocks, and 40 financial stocks. Okay, the Russell 2000 Index. This is the bottom 2000 of the Russell 3000 Index. This tells how much people are willing to invest in new and risky business. Okay, the Value Line Index is 1,700 equally weighted stocks from each of the three markets. The New York Stock the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the government regulatory arm that keeps brokers, financiers, and consumers in check. Yes, at one time the entire stock market was worth less than $100. And yes, you can go back and say if you invested this would have lost, you're sure, and the same ring choose about making a small fortune. Okay, it is best to get rich slowly. Some professional investors say, unless you're outperforming the Dow, you're not doing well. This is only dependent on what stage of life you are in. If you're just starting out, 8% is a good target. Now, avoid hot tips, or in other words, pump and dump schemes. These are where people will say, buy this hot stock, it goes up. While it goes up, they are dumping it. Okay, and never buy an IPO, an initial public offering, until 6 months after entering the market. It's much like buying a new product, so you have to wait till all the kinks are out. Okay, now we're going to talk about the different ways to analyze stocks. The first one is technical analysis. This is about finding patterns in the market and equating them with patterns in the economy and comparing them with sector and industry. Next one is fundamental analysis. This is common to beginning investors. The main focus is on the financial pages. Now, there are 5 characteristics that make a great company. 1. Sound business model. 2. Superior management. 3. Significant market share. 4. Competitive advantage. 5. New developments. Now, sound business model. This is a company that has a solid plan for present and future. They have goalposts and either meets or exceeds them. Good, Planet Fitness. Bad, Walmart. Next is superior management. Innovative and progressive management that sees how it can get more customers. Good example is Netflix. A bad example is Blockbuster. Okay. Significant market share. Now, this one is tricky with new products. Like when Facebook entered the market, they didn't have new ways of earning revenue. They needed to have a large market share and develop new ways of getting more revenue. Good example is Amazon, bad is eBay. Companies with a competitive advantage, these are cutting-edge trends while finding new products and services that add to their already unique portfolio. Good, Apple, bad, HP. Now, new developments. These are companies that spend a significant portion of their budget on new items or services. It doesn't have to be more than 50%. It can be around 18%. Good example is Google, bad example is Microsoft.